Well, one thing I forgot, guys. Now that I'm back here to the house, got the battery taken off and in there on the charger. The only thing I've had to deal with on this thing so far in my 2,000 miles is I've had to adjust the brakes. The adjuster is right here. And you got this adjuster right here, and I had that totally turned out all the way, and it still wasn't stopping me the way I wanted to. So then I went down here and I turned on this adjuster right here, and that even with it up as far as it was going, still wasn't stopping the way I wanted to. You got the same type of adjuster back here. See your adjusters right there, and I had all those turned out on up here and down there, and it just wasn't stopping the way I liked it. And it was stopping, but it was a little spooky some places, especially if I wanted to stop fast. So what I ended up doing was I got a little like a little gap thing, and I stuck it down in here so that I could, because you can see the brake down inside of there, and I loosened this nut right here and I pulled it until it touched the little gapper I put in down here, and then I tightened this nut back up, and I had moved this cable maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4, to where it was tightened up, where it wasn't quite touching up against the brake rotor right here. And I adjusted all three of them the same way with the same gapper on the one side here, so that, because you can, when you're looking in there and you're adjusting it, you can see how the pad up against the wheel here when you're doing the adjustment. And just, I put the gapper in there, I gapped them all exactly the same, and all three of them I pulled the cable anywhere from 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch on each one of them. And once I did that, it was able to stop. But then I had to go to these right here to fine-tune the adjustment, because they still weren't stopping quite as fast as I wanted them to. But don't be afraid to adjust the brakes if you guys or if it's not stopping quite the way you want to. And it's really simple to do. And pulling the cable, you just grab a hold of it, loosen this right here up, and then pull on it just a little bit, and it'll slide up there really easy, and no more than 1/4 of an inch. Otherwise, it's probably going to be touching up against this if you pull it that far. So it's just about that much of a movement at a time until it gets to a point where you feel comfortable with it stopping. So don't be afraid to adjust your brakes. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later.